Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In this video, I'm going to unbox 2017 World Championship deck, and this is the Golisodor Garbodor deck that Naoto Suzuki played. And as you can see, it's always nice to invest money in World Championship deck. He was the Master Division finalist. He lost to Gardevoir deck in the finals, and yeah, I just decided to basically invest the money and purchased all four of these decks. They are actually available on CCGcast.com, at least they was available like a month ago, so you should definitely go and check out. My opinion is definitely that you should invest money if you have World Championship decks, because it's always nice to retro play with them, especially in the future, when you want to, basically return to the past, playing some cool decks from the past, in that standard format. I don't mind too much for the packaging, only for the cards inside of it. I'm also gonna tell you basically, as you can see, we also have this book with the other decks: Drampa Garbodor Senior Division, Bubble Trouble, Greninja, for example, Junior Divisions and stuff like that. Very good to have, especially if you're a collector. But I'm mainly looking for the cards. And you're also gonna get this very nice looking Pikachu pin. It might vert a little bit for a couple of years, but right now I highly doubt about it. They just printed too many of them, so yeah, somehow I don't feel it's gonna vert anything right now. Obviously we have our cards. There is a Bridget. Alright, and you're also gonna get this deck box. It's a pretty cool deck box, to be honest. It's made from the paper, Obviously you're gonna store your cards in the sleeves. At least I will do that, so I'm gonna go through the cards once I just set them up. Here is also the code card. World Championship deck, just in case if you play this game online, you can definitely use it. Alright, so there's the Pokemons, and there we go. Anyways, so moving on to the deck list by itself. Obviously Golisodor with the first impression armor present crossing KGX. Interesting that this card was released in the Burning Shadow. It's still powerful even today, but those Ultra Beasts are actually much more powerful. So Ultra Beast Pokemons are the real deal, especially right now with those Beast Rings. So Golisodor actually is not powerful anymore. So he played 1, 2, 3, 4 Wimpets with the Wimp out. During the first turn, this Pokemon has no retreat cost, so he was able to retreat on the Tapu Koko, for example, on the bench. Trash Challenge Garbodor is good even these days. In my opinion, it's going to be even good after the post rotation for sure. 20 for each item card in your opponent discard pile for 1 Psych Energy, and non-GX or EX attacker is a real deal. So he played 2 of them and 2 Garbotox and Garbodors, obviously with that ability abuse. 4 copies of Trubbish, the one with the Acid Spray. These are going to go out of the rotation. Yeah, Tapu Lele, so he played 2 Tapu Leles in this build. Wonder Tag, Tapu Lele, even World Championship Tapu Lele worth like $5 a piece. So even if you spend $15 on this deck, and if you decide just to, sell Tapu Leles, you're gonna get $10 right now. So in my opinion, it's definitely good. Who knows how much it's gonna worth for like 5 to 10 years from now. It will depend in which direction trading card game will go on. So That's the most important thing. So one Tapu Koko with the Fly Flip, and that's pretty much it from the Pokemon lineup. I mean, it's not. Probably there should be at least a couple more Pokemons. Yeah, we have 2 more Golisoppods. Alright, so 2 more Golisoppods on this list. So moving on to the supporter lineup. That's Arola times 2. Okay. Still good these days. And it's also going to be good for the pulse rotation. You can simply scoop one of your Pokemons with all tools and energies attached to it if it has any damage counter into your hand. So very good card. Then we have a couple Choice Bands, actually 2 of them. Choice Band is also going to be a good card for the pulse rotation. It does 30 damage more to EX or GX Pokemons, you know, and it's a very good card. It's a very good card. I really like it. Also, 1 copy of Field Blower, you know, just to get rid of some of your opponent or your stadium or tool cards. So he played also 4 copies of Floatstones in this build for the free retreat. The Pokemon that has Floatstone attached has no retreat cost. Interesting decision was 1 Heavy Ball. So with the Heavy Ball you can search your deck for Pokemon with 3 or more retreat cost. And with the Heavy Ball you can grab yourself Golisopod, Garbodor, also Wimpod, and Golisopod, yeah. How many Bridgets he played? So yeah, only 1 Bridget, which is really interesting because he played 1. I personally also played 1. Obviously, if you play Zorak deck, you're going to play 3 of them, so you have greater chance to start with the Bridget without playing Tapu Lele. But overall, I just like to play 1 Bridget per deck. These days, we also had Primal Clash on, because that was Primal Clash on format, so the deck also had a Teammates, very powerful card. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and, you know, pretty much shuffle them in your hand, but only if one of your Pokemon were knocked out turn before. Guzma was substituted by the... Lysander was substituted by the Guzma. Your opponent needed to switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. This deck also had Hex Maniac, you know, for the ability abuse, in addition to Garbodors. 3 copies of N for the draw support. I suppose 4 Professor Sycamores, and it is. Then obviously Rescue Stretcher, so you can recycle your Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck or back into your hand, 2 of them. Obviously 4 copies of Ultra Ball, I don't even need to think how many Ultra Balls he played. And then energy cards, 4 copies of Double Course Energies for the power up with actually 3 Double Course Energies. Oh, I guess there was 4 of them. So 3 DCEs and 1, 2, 3... Only 3 copies of Grass Basic Energies. In addition to that, 4 copies of Rainbow Energies, so he can power up those Garbodors as well. And 4 copies of Versus Seeker, because Roaring Skies was also in the format back then. And that was the reason why he actually didn't need more than 2 Guzmas. Basically because with the Versus Seeker he was able to grab any supporter card from his discard pile and put it back into his hand, and that's pretty much the entire deck list. Just in case if you're looking forward for the deck list, you know, because I didn't put it right here. Here is on the back of the packaging, so as you can see it. In case if you're looking for maybe to build it, you can simply use it from here. Thanks for watching. Make sure to consider subscribing to my channel. Check ccgcastle.com as always. You can find very nice cards and good deals in it. And make sure to hit thumbs up to this video as well. So have a nice day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. So goodbye.